Everyone hates toxic players, whether it's a teammate voting to forfeit with 3 minutes left when you're down by one, or a quick chat warrior spamming what a saves after a simple mistake. Well, what if you got to 1v1 that toxic player right after your game to see who's really better? Well, today I got to. I 1v1 my toxic teammate, and this is what happened. It all started on the last day of Season 11. I was playing twos, just having fun with it, not caring about losing games. I ended up taking a pretty bad 6-1 loss, and my teammate did not take it very well. He decided to trash talk me all the way from the bottom of the leaderboard, saying things like he's actually a grand champ and lost on purpose to get down to this rank, and that if we 1v1'd, he'd quote unquote beat my ass. So I offered up a 1v1, and he accepted. I'd like to note that through all these games, the trash talker was the one making all the private matches, not me. It'll make sense why I'm telling you this later on. If you take a look at the right side of the screen, you'll see why. The toxic goober left infinite boost on, which he would later say gave me an advantage. The game started off pretty even, this being because we were both champs, and the toxic teammate was probably not grand champ like he said he was. It wasn't until almost 3 minutes into the game I finally scored. It was 1-0. I quickly picked up another goal, just a couple seconds later, off of the toxic teammate's overcommit, and he couldn't get back in time. 2-0. It was right about now that this toxic player decided to take to the chat box. Seeing as he wasn't winning in-game, he decided to play it off like he wasn't even trying and that I quote-unquote want to win so bad. So when I scored my third goal, he called me a tryhard. 3-0. After all his excuses, I simply put LMAO and told him not to trash talk. After scoring a couple more goals and a little bit of instigating, he decided to tell me that this isn't even a real 1v1 because it's full boost and that I'm just dumb. Yet, like I said earlier, he was the one who made the match to begin with. Yet he denied making it, so I guess I just am dumb.
You made the game. He literally made the custom game.
After I beat him in the first match, he decided he'd make another, best 2 out of 3, and this time it'd be a normal match. And after a bit of convincing, I accepted. Although upon entering the match, I realized it was still unlimited boost. Like, what? But it's okay because he was going to try now and he's not going for freestyles like he did last time. He didn't. He ended up getting the first goal in my confusion, but we came back 30 seconds later to tie it up, 1-1. After a few minutes with no goals, the toxic player decides to go for a flip reset of some sort, but he ends up messing it up and gives me a free goal. It was now 2-1. A closer game for sure, but it didn't end there. He yet again takes to the chat to laugh at me for going for demos, which is fair. I was going for demos a lot more than normal, just to tilt him even more, and it looked like it was working. After a few more minutes of me scoring and demoing later, he yet again took to chat to ask why I was trying so hard, clearly tilted. I was confused because earlier in the match he said he'd actually try this time, and not freestyle, but I guess I'm misremembering again. He then asks if it looks like he's sweating, and to tilt him even more I said, yeah, it kinda does. Until finally at 9-4, he leaves the match, yet again. Then, he starts messaging me in party chat. And this is the funniest part yet. He claims that I must play unlimited boost every day, and that's why I'm beating him. So I just ask him why didn't he make it regular boost? He then finally admits that he accidentally left it on, and we agreed to play our final match, a true 1v1. No full boost, straight up. I get a nice early lead, 1-0, on a kickoff goal. This is looking good. Although after that, not much happens until I score my second goal with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the match. I then score my third goal with this definitely risky but beautiful challenge, and the toxic gamer's had enough. He leaves the match and the party, making it a clean sweep and our final game ending 3-0. I tried to add the toxic gamer right after, but he didn't accept it, and I assume he rage quit the game, but who knows. If there's anything to learn from this, don't be that guy. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe.